So let's talk to people.
I'm up. All right. Now I gotta double check and make sure. Hold on. Yeah, I'm good.
I know you are. I could see yours, but mine didn't pop up.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, while he fixes that, hey everybody, how you guys doing? Welcome back, as always, to Real Estate Talk. This is week 1, right, of the new.
Yep, but it's gonna be episode 014, episode 14, because we're gonna get all the way to like 365.
Yes. I apologize.
Well, not 365, because that'd be one a week. There we go. We're up there. Let's make sure we got voice.
State Talk.
We're good to go. Let's make it happen.
As I was saying, welcome back to Real Estate Talk. As always, we're here to inform you guys, keep you up to date on the newest programs, newest trends, what have you in the real estate game. Don't forget to share. As always, share our videos to help educate others and to enter yourself for a chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card, which just last week our winner was Alicia. What was her last name?
Masalo.
Yes, Alicia won last week. Congratulations. We're gonna have her. We're gonna have her in a video letting us know some stuff about her, what she wants to do with her winnings.
Right.
But yeah, man.
On this week, get that recorded, get it up there, let everybody know who that was. Yeah, I'll let you keep rolling. I'm sorry.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
No, it is.
So it's just a reminder, guys. Share every time you share. It's an entry into the contest. In other news, my Lakers, Magic Johnson stepped down. I don't know if I'm happy or sad about that. Just wanted to throw that out there. Let me know what you guys think. Little extra bonus. Throw it in there.
We got anybody watching right now? Kevin, Alicia's on right now.
Alicia.
Watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for all the work you put in for us and sharing the word out there.
Yes, sir.
So, like you just said, welcome to hashtag Real Estate Talk number 14 for 2019.
Yes.
We are in quarter 2, which is going to run us from April 1st to June 30th of this year. So there's going to be a span of videos in between those dates that we're going to be posting up. And so the only reason why I don't do this up initially, like towards the beginning of this, because we don't know if there's going to be like weekly skips or any points. So I don't want to give you guys a specific range of like Real Estate Talk videos / episodes.
Just the dates.
Right. So anything between April 1st and June 30th. And if you guys are watching this later on in the year, you'll see us start actually putting together dates and videos. But so it's going to be starting with episode number 14 and going forward. If you guys share that, you'll be entered into the raffle. Did you go into the raffle already?
Did I go into the raffle?
Like how do they win the $250?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I did. But just a reminder, if you want to refresh them, let them know.
I'm not going to kill the dead. Okay, so it goes like this. If you guys share, you get an entry into our raffle one time. But one time per share. So share multiple times, and guess what? You increase your probability at winning a
$250 Amazon gift card.
Boom. So if you guys like Amazon, which I know I do, you guys want to go buy something like I did the other day, and you want to go and make maybe a living off of it and buy stuff and like resell it or something, I don't know. You can make more than $250.
We'll jump you off with the $250.
Oh, shoot. No, it's interrupted. There we go. So anyways, first and foremost, outside of the first that we just did with the share, we usually come second. If you're on Facebook, like us, like Bolano Home, like Jonathan Agudelo, ML Low, go in there and hit that like button. And don't forget that you can go in there and hit that like button. So definitely follow us, definitely see what we're doing. We're putting a lot of work out there. We're doing a lot of things for you guys, trying to give you guys as much content as possible. So definitely hit that. If you're on YouTube, which we post this to afterwards, at least on the Bolano Home side, you can go search Bolano Home. You can see all of our videos lined up, nice and organized, versus what's on Facebook right now. Facebook's a little disorganized. So if you want the organizational side of it, definitely hit YouTube. Go and hit subscribe. Definitely hit that little bell so that way you get notified every single time that we post up a new video. And last but not least, check us out on Instagram. Go and follow us. And I'm stuttering over myself because it's not last and least anymore, because it still keeps going. We're on Tumblr, we're on Twitter, and we have the webpage and tons of other things coming out.
Basically, you can't turn anywhere without seeing that face.
Oh, no, don't go there. It's
anywhere. Like seriously, there's a picture back there, over there.
Don't do that to me.
Everywhere.
One day I'm going to have to do a video for you guys and actually show you guys the setup down here. It's a little crazy. This is...
behind the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes. But But yeah, we got 2 big lights and everything, and we've been growing this up since we first started over a year ago now.
Yeah.
So
I think we should repost that first video.
No. I'm working on trying to get all those other videos and start like removing them and only put all new videos up there. Which actually today is going to be kind of one of those, because we're going to get into the first down program, but it's not like the last first down program, and that's what Mr. Agudelo is going to get into.
The spring down, not the first down.
Spring down. Is that what we're calling it, or is that what it is called?
Yeah, it's spring. It's not first down anymore.
All right.
And that's why I wanted to bring it up. To be honest, why I wanted to talk about it is, I think we might have mentioned it before, but just a reminder to everybody, because I've had a few people calling this week asking about which programs there are and what down payment assistance programs there are or whatever. And they've asked me, I heard the first down is still around, the $7,500 grant. That is not correct. It's not the first down program anymore. That program was a grant where they, in essence, it was a forgivable loan. Mm-hmm. They basically gifted you $7,500 as long as you stay in the house for 5 years.
Right.
And don't refi, don't sell, the whole nine. This new program is a down payment assistance program, and it's not the same way. It's not a gift, so you do have to repay it, whether it's because you sold, you refinanced, you paid off your loan. 30 years from now, you paid the loan off, you still have to pay that $7,500 back. You don't pay it monthly, but that's how it works. Your credit score has to be higher for this new program.
Is there a certain number, or
660 is the minimum?
Okay.
Whereas the first down and some of the other programs that we use are at 620 for the minimum. This program does not have a limited area anywhere in Rhode Island, but again, it's a big. The biggest difference there is it's your credit score. If you're in that 620, 640, 660 range, you're not sure, you have to have at least a 660. The money is not forgivable. It's not a forgivable loan. You have to pay it back.
At the end.
At the end. When you sell, when you refinance, when you pay off the loan.
And note that you guys can refinance out of this. And do you think that we can go into that a little bit and like letting them know why is refinancing something that they might want to pursue?
Well, so it's something Jonathan and I were having a conversation on the phone earlier. So first of all, let me start off by saying I would never tell you to buy to refinance. That's not the goal, right? But let's say Mr. Bolano brought up you have some equity in the home and you want to take out a line of credit on that equity. They won't allow you to because this is a second mortgage.
Correct.
Whether it's a silent second or not, it's still a second mortgage. So let's say you're trying to take out
an equity loan,
and you can't do it. So maybe your best choice there would be to refinance both of those loans and cash out. That being said, let me slow this down for 2 seconds. Yeah.
Just hold that point. But equity, for you guys that are out there watching, just to explain that, equity is basically the difference between what the house is worth or valued at, appraisal wise, and what you basically owe left on it. So that delta, that difference, it is going to be that amount that you could potentially take out at 70%, 90%, depending on which bank that you're working with. What does North Point Bank do? Do you know the loan value?
On the home equity line of credit, I do not. We don't do those directly myself. I can find out for you.
Okay.
But
we can throw that in there.
We have a whole department that we just refer those over, but I can look into that as well.
If one of you guys want to comment on it and let us know if you guys want to have that answer, and then if it is,
if anybody on my North Point team is watching, you can throw a comment, the answer there as well if you want.
So that's that equity, and what happens is they take a percentage of that. And correct me if I'm wrong at any of this, because you are the expert with all this stuff. But the equity side, you get to take that out and you get to use it for various number of things. Now each bank has their certain rules and limitations.
Correct.
So that's something that I'm not going to go into detail with, but you can use that potentially for things like maybe buying an investment property or putting money into like fixing your kitchen or bathroom, and so on and so forth. So having that HELOC, a lot of people like to leverage in order to do more with that money. And when you sell the house, you pay back that plus your regular mortgage, and that's considered your second mortgage.
Correct. So then if you do a program where they're giving you down payment assistance, you can't have, they're not going to give you the third mortgage, let's say.
Because it's too much risk.
It's too much risk for them. So that's why what I was talking to Mr. Bolano here about is in that case, your option might be your best option might be just to refinance and cash out. Now, depending on the program, that might cost you some money. The first down program, it would, if you're, let's say you're one of the people that you took advantage of it and this issue comes up, it's prorated. So for 5 years, $1,500 comes off of that $7,500. So let's just say it's only been a year and you're looking to cash out refinance, then you would have to pay back $6,000 out of whatever you're cashing out. With the new program, you would have to pay that $7,500 back as well. So if you're trying to cash out for $15,000, half of that's going back to paying that program. So, yeah. So not to I don't know if that's a little confusing or not. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out, email, message, text, 401-365-7161. Call me, and we can get more into detail depending on your specific situation. But just a heads up there, like he was saying, if there is a home equity line of credit, if you're trying to get a home equity line of credit and you already have the second mortgage, maybe that would be your option, but just take into consideration that you do have to pay back that loan if you're going with that spring down, or if you're going with that first down, you pay back prorated.
Exactly. So
yeah.
So that's basically it for the first down the spring down program.
Correct.
For you guys,
and I can get into more details if you guys are looking into it. Of course, with any of these programs, you give me a call and we can see what you qualify for and if it's something that's good for you or something that you should take advantage of.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And to chop this up real quick, just because I like to have fun with it, if you guys have watched it this far and you're learning something, go hit that like button or hit subscribe or follow us on Instagram. Or just go hit share and enter yourself a $250 Amazon gift card.
A share just enters you right off the bat.
So boom.
That's it.
If you find this valuable, throw that in. How you doing, Sarah? Thank you for joining. Going into the spring down program today. So once we're done, you can hit that rewind button, go out and share it, and definitely get yourself added for that $250 Amazon gift card, which we do every single quarter.
Yes.
Every time you share this, every time that you could share this video 5 times, we'll enter you 5 times. So pushing forward though. You wanted to jump into one other topic outside of the first down program, I believe.
Yes, money. So
yes, money. Was? Yeah,
that's all right. I did too. You didn't see my face.
I did see it. I was like, oh shoot, no.
Yeah.
You're supposed to remember this.
So the other topic is what to do. It's kind of like a clarification of what can and can't be done in regards to receiving gifts. Okay.
Ooh.
So first of all, you are allowed to receive a gift for down payment on an FHA loan. Okay? Mm-hmm. Let's say you're getting that gift from your father, your mother, your sister, your brother. It's fine. I've actually even seen grandparents. But it's supposed to be...
Is that like a song? Father, your mother, your sister, your brother. No, keep going.
No, that was earlier. He was insulting me and my whole family. That was a different story.
I would never.
So
at least not Natasha. Natasha's cool.
Yeah.
The rest of them, man.
Yeah, my parents, who cares, right? I see how it is. Thanks. I'll make sure. Ma, I hope you're watching. So, it has to be immediate family. Mother, father, sister, brother, son or daughter, as well. It has to come from them. Number 1. Number 2. Oh, sorry. Back to number 1. 1A. Husband or wife and fiance, but you have to be, the fiance, you have to be able to prove it somehow. So it's a little bit tougher, I know before they were
the size of the rock.
Yeah, before they were allowing, this is actually kind of crazy. When I first learned about this, they were allowing pictures from Facebook, like the post showing like I'm engaged.
Really?
And if it would let's say it's I proposed to you, you said yes, of course, because come on, right? And then you say, and then you want to buy a house and I give you a gift because, of course, in between me and you, I'd be the one giving you the money, right? So,
seems legit. What do you guys think? Who's giving who money?
So what you would do there is they would literally take that post and you would print out the post from Facebook and you can show, look.
Because if it's Facebook, then it's got to be.
It's got to be legit. Yeah.
And even banks are doing it now.
Now, mind you, this wasn't. I don't think everybody was doing it. I did this with one client and it worked and it was fine and they accepted it, which was crazy to me. I'm like 99.999% positive you cannot do the Facebook thing as verification anymore. But they go more with things like...
Does that underwriter still have his job?
I don't even know. I'm not even going to say where I was working at that time. Now it's more along the lines like that you use. For example, if you've been living together for a while, which is more the norm now when people get engaged. If you've been living together for a while, then you can prove, hey, we've been living together for 3-4 years.
Right.
We're engaged. This is what's going on. You might have a joint bank account. So I just wanted you to know it's not guaranteed as a fiance they're going to accept that as a gift, but yeah, there's work to be done in that sense. Husband or wife, not a problem. Same thing as mother, father, sister, brother. So
Daughter, son.
Daughter, son, correct.
Cats,
so
dogs.
That's part one. Part two is the money has to come directly from an account. So it can be transferred, it can be a check, but you gotta see where it's coming from.
Right. So
in that same example I gave, I can't just say, here's $10,000 cash, Jonathan, use this as a down payment. No, you took too long. I put it back. So use this $10,000 cash as a down payment. He goes and deposits it into his account. They won't accept that. They need to know where the money's coming from. They don't know if I've been selling drugs, selling people. They don't know. So they want to be able to see where this money came from. So it's very important. We have to be able to source the funds. It has to be seasoned at least 60 days in a bank account. So we got to see, all right, so I had $10,000 in my account, and now I transferred it over to your account. And they'll see the
we should do that as an example.
Yeah, no, sure, we'll do that.
Just like we can record both screens.
Yeah,
and you can make that transfer of $10,000.
So on top of the transferring the money, everybody can see all our account information too. Yeah. That's a great idea. All right, so.
I have some accounts just sitting there just for fun, So, you can always use those.
Yeah, that works, I guess. So,
by the way, if any of you guys want to try this out, I definitely don't mind helping you out.
Yeah.
Just note that this is only a one-way transaction. It's a receive only on my end and a transceive on the other for all you nerds.
Hey, just in case, legal disclaimer: this is a 100% a joke. Nobody send him any money or me any money. Dude, you gotta throw it out there. I'm sorry.
Well, they don't have my account number anyway, so you guys are pretty safe.
Yeah, there's ways to find stuff.
Right.
So,
because I'm on Cash App, there's also no.
So,
do not send us money.
Do not, please. So, now you made me lose my train of thought. Sorry. Yeah. So that money has to be either. So if I write him a check, so we're gonna see number one, a copy of the check. Number two, the check clearing in his account. And the money coming out of my account. So we're going to see my statement that shows that check coming out, his statement that shows that money coming in, and the copy of the check. Boom. So that's what's needed for that gift if you're writing a check.
For a gift.
For a gift, correct.
Nice.
Now, if it's a straight transfer from one account to the other, fine. That can happen. It's easy. We're just going to see the account right here. This is when the transfer happened. They're going to match up the date, the amount, and the account number it went to. Match it up on his statement where it shows it coming in. Third thing that sometimes happens, I always say shy away from it because it's always better to just see it from here to here, nothing in between.
Right.
But I might take out the $10,000 today and give it to Jonathan 2 days later, and he deposits it into his account. So what happens there is we'd have to show the money coming out. The date's going to be important. Everything's going to, show the money coming out. We're going to have an explanation letter saying, oh, for whatever reason, he took out the money first, and then he handed it to me. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to show his account on the date that it went in. So it's a little more complicated, but it's reasonable if it's, been a couple days and that's it. Now, if I took the money out last month, 3 months ago, and then he deposited into his account 3 months later, they're not going to accept that because they don't know what I did with that money and where this money's coming from.
Right.
It's not.
They're going to be able to create that story.
Correct.
And if they have any breakage or breakages
Correct.
in the link, then it just throws up some red flags.
Correct. And while at North Point, at any lender that you work with, it's not their job to deny you a loan. In essence, the underwriter's job is to prove that you can't do it. So what you have to do is have the proof that you can, and that's what ends up happening. That's how you get the loan approved. Oh. So anything you give them that's gonna be Iffy is gonna be, well, so
That's a lot of great information.
if one final thing on this, if let's say somebody did give you a cash gift, and let's say, I'm gonna use us as an example again, Bolano has 5,000 in his account, and I gift him another 5, and I gave it to him cash, and we can't source it, but the 5 he has in his account is enough, then they're just not gonna count that. Then you can't use the money I gave him. Okay, so if it can't be sourced, it can't be used. That doesn't mean they're not going to look into if it's a large amount. That doesn't mean that the bank's not going to look into it, because then there's all these government regulations to where we got to see where that money's coming from. So they might still question him and look into it in the whole nine. But they will not use the money that you can't source. So if you have enough in there anyway, then you know.
Yeah, we should have called this the gift video more than anything.
Yeah, I I wasn't even thinking about it that way, but
yeah,
it just kind of.
This is a video on gifts right now, and trying to understand the concept behind doing gifts, receiving gifts, and giving gifts from one person to the next.
And another thing is if you have somebody bringing money in from another country.
Oh no.
You know,
no.
it's you know, I'm Colombian, he pretends to be, you know, so we know how it goes. Sometimes
it's because I only dance to Spanish music and I don't speak Spanish that I get to be the pretender.
He pretends to be Colombian. I haven't seen him take a shot of guaro in forever.
Ever.
Or ever. There you go. Look at that.
That's the right word.
Ever.
I like my whiskey. So if you guys do want to, I'm not going to go in there.
Oh, so
before people start taking it all serious, I don't know. We're gonna have to get all legal with it.
If somebody, let's say your father's giving you a gift, and he's like, oh, you know, I have my account in Colombia. I'm taking money out from there.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go through the proper channels. That money has to be accounted for tax-wise, all that stuff. So it's complicated to go that route.
Which we should do another video on that one, because that's probably another matzah within and of itself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's complicated to say the least. I would recommend, if that's the route you're going for the gift, find another relative that can give you the gift. Because it's so hard to kind of prove.
Let's do a video on that actually.
Yeah.
We'll know something. Yeah. One of these next. I don't know if it's gonna be real estate talk, but maybe we can do a pre-recorded on that.
Maybe one of the ones we do Friday.
Right. Well, they're not gonna know what Friday is. Anyways,
yeah.
We'll try to do a pre-recorded on it. We'll get that posted up this. That way you guys have that information, and we'll put it under the buyer section, which we're recording on Friday, I guess. And get you guys that info. But yeah, no, that's useful, because I have a lot of people that are looking to gift over people, and they always have those questions as well. So I hope you guys find that useful. Did you have any quick points left?
Last thing I was gonna say is with your tax money as well. Again, along with the gifts. Let's say a lot of times it's you know, maybe a fiance or a spouse that's gifting you from their tax return or something like that. If you're not doing the returns together. Again, same thing. Make sure you can see it. When you're in your bank account, if it goes directly deposited into your bank account, it's going to say Department of Treasury, or it's going to say federal government, or whatever, however they word it for that one. If it's a check, same thing's going to happen. You deposit it, it's going to say that on it. So that's fine. They know where that's come from. Try to avoid taking the cash out and depositing it into your
do a direct transfer.
Account. Do a transfer from the account to account, or write a check so we can see
create that story
where it's from. It has to make sense. So I mean, if you got a $2,000 return from your taxes, and you take out those $2,000, and then you're gifting $5,000.
However, if you do know how to make that magic happen, you can call me once again, and we can have a conversation.
Just double, quadruple, triple your return. That works. But yeah, so it has to make sense. So and that's in essence the important part here is. It's the same way as if you're like, hey, I want to borrow money from you, but I want to make sure it's from you. Mm-hmm. How are you going to prove that? Your statement.
Well, I'm John Bolano, and everybody knows that if I say something, that it's true. And so if I say that, you know, it's from me, then it's from me.
Is the camera catching your nose actually becoming a real nose?
No, I have it configured so that way, like, it ignores those blemishes and such. You know,
cool.
Perfect skin.
Yeah, I mean, so that's it for that for today to not keep rambling, because to be honest, we can ramble about this kind of stuff forever. Yeah. But if you have any specific questions, any scenarios
regarding gifts,
or the
regarding Spring Down program,
yeah, or if you think, hey, you know, what about this relative? It's my brother-in-law. He's my husband's brother. He's my wife's brother, but he's not my brother. Is that going to work? And whatever. We can send those scenarios over to the underwriter. Over at North Point, we have a scenario desk, and they will give us an answer. And whatever answer they give us, the scenario desk, yeah. So they'll give us an answer, right? It's called underwriter answers. They give us an answer. I print that email out, because when we submit the loan, if they say no because this, then I can say,
yes,
here it is, right here, and they honor it. So
right,
yeah. So if you have any specific questions,
drop
scenarios,
below.
Even if it's not related to gifts or anything like that.
To the side.
Any yeah, over there near his stairs.
Well, I mean, well, they don't know that, but there's the comment section, right? You know.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding.
But if you're watching it,
even if there is any question in regards to qualification, like, oh, hey, you know, something about employment, something about anything else, let me know. I can send it into the scenario desk, and they can give us an answer, and we can get you rolling. And
I would love to see what that scenario desk looks like. Like
it's great. It's a big desk.
Yep.
Right? And it just
does it look like a scenario?
It's whatever scenario you think of in your head appears on the desk.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Also a joke.
But yeah, so if you guys do have questions, if you do have comments, if you do have anything, just drop it below. Remember that this is an interactive video. This is meant for you guys. This is here for you. It isn't so much so that way we can sit here and ramble, because what we say is not necessarily or essentially important. What's important is your guys' question, or your questions.
Your guys' questions.
Your guys' questions. So definitely definitely take note that if you do have questions, if you're in the buying process, if you're before the buying process, if you're in the selling process, or if you're before, whether you work with us or not, and you're just looking to get something answered, you can't get a quick response from whoever it is that you're like around at the moment, definitely drop them below, and we can do that for you. And we're here to help. We'll sit and meet with you. We'll do whatever you need that needs to get answered, to do our best from our standpoint. So definitely utilize and leverage us, these videos, and everything that we're putting out there, so that way it makes you a smarter buyer, it makes you a smarter seller, because remember, the more educated you are, the better decisions you can make when you're actually going through the transaction process. And I'm going to say that again, the more educated you are, the better you are going to be at making decisions when you're going through the transaction process. Don't be one of those buyers or sellers that just kind of just throw it on the realtor's lap and say, I trust you. Because at the end of the day, it's up to you to determine, is this a good choice for me or not? And the buyer or the agent, they might be doing their damn best at trying to do their best job for you, but everybody has a different bias and everybody has a different perspective, and communication can get skewed, especially after some of these agents who have a lot of clients under their belt. And this isn't a shot at them, this is actually like kind of there for them. It's like they have a lot of clients, they can't just focus on that one particular scenario and saying like, I know what's best for that person. Remember that specific scenario. Like, you got to come in and you got to
generality. Like,
exactly.
In general, this kind of works.
Right.
And yeah, I think it's important that you said that. You know, it's not saying anything specific about anybody out there. It's just one of those things that's you're human. You're trying to work different deals at once and whatever, and it's just
and you can't trust anyone more than you trust yourself for the most part.
Absolutely.
So I like, for example, I'm gonna cut this short in like 1 minute, but for example, I had a buyer earlier on today. I know about a property that I'm working with right now, and I gave them a bit of information, but I told them, hey, you still got questions, and I, like, even with what I've said, I'm 100% like positive that what I told you was true, but go and do your research anyways. Be a proactive buyer and make sure that you're doing your due diligence. You can feel comfortable with what I told you, but still, like, I want you to feel 120% comfortable about what's going on and know what it is that you're getting yourself into, because that's the name of the game.
It's the difference between I bought this house because I loved it and it was the house for me, and I bought this house because my realtor told me to buy it.
Yeah, and I want you to know that the decision you're making is the best decision for you, because I can't make that decision for you, only you can. But that chops that off right there. Just know that these videos are here to educate you, and they're here to pull in your comments, to pull in your concerns, to pull in your questions, to pull in everything that you guys got, and drop off some knowledge backwards to you guys from all the experience that we have. being in the game for the bit that we have. But to sum this up, I'm going to just jump into the current market, which really hasn't shifted from last month, or from even last week. But we're still sitting in a seller's market. We have a inventory of pretty much 0 to 6 months. 5 to 6 being that neutral standpoint, and everything before that is truly seller's market. A lot of Rhode Island is sitting between 0 and 2 months worth of inventory. So if your house is sitting on the market longer than 2 months, you got to reanalyze or reevaluate what it is you're doing. Are you priced too high? Are you not doing certain work that needs to be done? Are you being too tough of a seller in the market? And the same thing goes. What's that? Oh yeah, and are you being marketed right? Are you getting the proper exposure? Because in 2019, just putting it up on MLS, I don't know how you think, but I do not think that it is enough anymore. Putting it, because it's going to Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, Redfin, so on and so forth, and all those sites are getting known to be those places that just generate leads. They're not places that you can always find properties. I remember when I was going to go find my first house, I went through and I found 60 properties, and only 4 of them, and this was 6 years ago, only 4 of them were actually on the market. And why? Because they leave them up on the market long enough so that way they can create a nice platter of houses, so that way when a buyer comes in, they can say, oh, this one's not available, but this one is over here. It's just a way to lure you. So if you're going to be doing this, and you're going to be selling your property, definitely diversify where your house is being shown, because that's what's going to give it that true, real exposure out there in the market. If you guys want to know about what the Bolano team does, then definitely inbox me. We can definitely come over and we can show you guys everything that we're doing. One of our listings alone got 5,000 plus views, so I think that it has a lot of
that might have helped a little bit.
I think that helped out some. But yeah, definitely give us a call. You got Mr. Agudelo from North Point Bank. And you got Jonathan Bolano and Lisette. She's not the big video person, so I'm sitting here, but she's also here on the back end doing a lot of work, and she's pretty much doing just about everything. I mean, she's putting in a lot of work trying to get people into properties and trying to help sell properties. So 781-521-6400 is Lisette. 401-612-3755 is me. And you are
401-365-7161.
So boom, there you have it. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram are the primaries. Pinterest also, so definitely go start checking that out. And you got Mr. Agudelo on Instagram and Facebook at Jonathan Agudelo MLO. We look forward to seeing you guys next week. And don't forget, share, because that's the way you can get entered into the raffle for the $250 Amazon gift card. And other than that, that is a wrap. We will see you guys next week. Have a good weekend.
He will see you guys next week.
Oh yes. You're switching up?
Yes, just for this having a little staycation. Possibly.
So you won't be doing it next week, and then you're going to go into that rotation instead?
Correct. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then you guys know that next week is going to be the extremely fun week. So.
Come on. Have you seen the videos when I'm not here? They're great, but it's missing a little something. I'm just saying.
We'll see you guys next week. Actually, I think next week I have a special surprise for you. I got someone coming on here that's going to be doing something a little bit different than what we're normally used to doing. It's not going to be on the residential side. We're going to start approaching.
Oh, the commercial. Yes. You talked about that. Yeah.
We're expanding.
Yeah. It's going beyond my reach.
Next week. We'll see you guys later. Ugh. All these